more now on Cafe because of the fact there's a lot of really kind of close angles you need to play, and so having the Capitan to be able to close off some of these positions is super strong, and the Maestro as well. So now Evil Eye can be played here. We see a lot of really sort of traditional spots for Evil Eyes, like somewhere hidden inside a bakery, so you can use it to take out exothermic charges on a wall, which is kind of like a little cheeky rank strat we see where, you kind of just try to hide it for as long as possible in the hopes that the attackers don't find it. And the Mira being taken out as well. Mira has a lot of uses really on some of the more top floor sites, not so much on the bottom, but seeing her removed definitely means maybe we're going to be seeing more of a sort of top floor be a little bit more sort of favored towards the attackers, and maybe there'll be a kind of a little bit of an easier time for them to win. Surkz has a lot of momentum behind them. I mean, everyone in chat is supporting them. It's kind of like it's like a 7-3 favor for them on the fact that they're going to win this, and so really they've got a lot to live up to here.
They want, like a lot of these new teams, they want to make themselves known, and it really starts with this first round. And it's I think Phantom Rose maybe could be going with a surprise strat, possibly, because we're seeing them take train and mining, or just mining and reading. I think whatever it's called, it's one of those things. Fireplace mining. The mid sites are very confusing to name off, but it's just how are they going to play this? They do bring out the Goyo, the castle, possibly to anchor up these windows, and obviously that Echo just to kind of have that counter plan. But I think they're staying third floor is going to be very smart.
Objective is to defuse a bomb.
Yeah, so good play from the castle here. You're setting up barricades on not only cocktail door here, but we also saw one on freezer door. So you're not going to be able to take so much early control there. And I'm wondering how much the Mira is going to, being banned is going to affect the strategy, because this is, your pretty much your textbook Mira setup. You castle everything off. You set up ADSs behind the bar counter, so that way you don't get any, frag grenades being tossed too deeply into cocktail, and then you set up your Mira windows to watch, sort of the middle of the bar. But with her out of here, how is that really going to affect things?
Yeah, they're playing so hard into that area with that castle barricade, those Jaeger ADSs, and it's really just to prevent that vertical play from Surkz. I think they're doing a very good job of it, but castle playing behind this Goyo barricade, Yuna gonna be able to find Sneaky, and that's your Zofia off the board. That's a little bit of your vertical play, and that Sledge is gonna be able to be found out on new balcony. He's just gonna be waiting out. But it's this info is being constantly fed into Phantom Rose, and that's very helpful for them to stopping this attack.
Taking out the Zofia so early like that is really, I think, a huge problem. Not having her concussion grenades is going to affect how you can really clear players out of position here on the top floor.
Here we go.
That Goyo shield is going to be really taunting Surkz. You still have those Ash charges. You've got that Sledge grenade, but these rotates are going to be coming out from Phantom Rose. We're seeing Mac really go around. Yuna still hang on there. Surkz is just being very cautious, and time is going to be wasting down, and they still really have yet to make a strong attack towards the site. They're still waiting to get that top floor control, and Surkz is doing a very, very good job of controlling that, wasting that time, and making sure that Phantom Rose has literally zero time to even put the diffuser down.
Yeah, I have to commend them on the time wasting here. As I say that, Juice is going to find one taking out Meeps, and there's only 45 seconds left on the board. Mac is going to find a kill of his own, taking out Merc. That is your IQ off the board, and it's going to be another kill for Juice, though. And finally, it's going to be Team Surkz landing a shot. Benji is going to take out Juice, so Castle off the board, and all left up to your Thermite. He's going to have to find 4 kills, and he's getting shot by that Echo drone. So far, this defense is not working out, or working out extremely well. Mac is going to be able to find the final kill, taking out Benji, and there we go. First round, Phantom Rose Gaming.
Yeah, it seems that Surkz really were lost. They did not know what to do. They were being cornered onto New Hatch. You know, we had a bunch of people in that Echo drone. Believe they had the IQ, but it was just not being able to point it out. It was an absolute mess. And going down to Kitchen, hopefully, I think Surkz will be a lot more prepared for Kitchen. So we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see some better play from them. Keep that Zofia alive. Make sure you sledge from above Kitchen, and this round could go in your favor.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Yeah, so pretty similar lineup, actually. I mean, I'm not sure if we've seen any changes. Maybe I think the Mozzie is the only one being new to this lineup, but we have the Goyo in play once again, the Castle and the Mute and the Jaeger. So pretty similar in terms of what utility is available, but you know, we're obviously going to be seeing a little bit different of a setup now that we're here on the bottom floor. Question for me would be, are Phantom Rose going to be really putting a lot of pressure on holding Bakery, or are they kind of just going to allow the attackers to take it and maybe focus more on vertical play to use watching in through kitchen prep and sort of deny maybe a plant if that wall does get opened up eventually?
I really like seeing this Castle play from Phantom Rose. You know, Juice on that Castle. Castle can be one of a frustrating op if used correctly. You know, putting your barricades on that, and sometimes he can even save a round. You know, he's on that one door that you need to be to get into sight. And so seeing Juice on that kind of warms my heart a little bit. Juice kind of going to be playing towards the main entrance. He's really just going to be supplying his teammates with these barricades. But right now we're seeing a drop onto a hatch going onto red stairs, and it's really just more this top floor control for Surkz.
Yeah, so holding this angle here, Goose, with that TCSG-12, if anybody wanders onto these stairs, he can really do a lot of damage very quickly. The nerf to the TCSG is not come into play just yet, so it's still really a killing machine, and you know, walking into that too early could be a real problem for them. So it looks like Bone getting sort of droning himself in here, clearing everywhere on pillars and watching down brown stairs. The Jaeger in position might have just been realized. I'm not sure if Bone maybe heard the audio cue there and could be aware.
We're gonna see some Goyo shields being dropped. It's just something that he brings. You gotta get rid of those early so that defenders can not use that at all. But here comes that vertical play. That sledge is gonna be absolutely helpful onto this, and the frag grenades are going to be as well. But there we go. We do see Benjay using those exothermic charges, but White Stairs is just going to be contested by Sneaky. I just don't know if there's going to be a gunfight between Mac and them. Yeah, there is going to be some trading. Mac's going to be in very low health, and he's not going to be able to survive this, and it makes it a 5v4. Surkz need to take this first round.
Yeah. So Sneaky gonna find himself his first pick of the match, taking out Mac inside a VIP. Sneaky's gonna find himself another one, taking out Yuna, and all of a sudden it's a 3v5. Meep going for a pre-fire there onto Coat Check, and sort of just holding angles now here. Juice sitting dangerously close to the Goyo fire. Didn't take any damage just yet. Thermite opening up the wall of Freezer spells disaster. 28 seconds on the clock, and so it's ticking down. But Team Surkz just need to rush in here, get a ton of kills, and they could just absolutely demolish. Frag grenade getting cooked out, and it's going to down Juice. Merc is going to find one as well, taking out Goose, and we're headed to a flawless round here. Not going to be entirely flawless. Blue is able to find Meep. Diffuser going down. Benjay on the plant. And multiple players trying to find Blue. He's actually going to down one, but with 38 seconds on the clock, he's still got a long run ahead of him if he wants to make the clutch. Merc holding the angle here. Mute swinging wide. He's going to land the shot. It's a triple kill for Blue. 1v2 right now, but so far back into the site, it's incredibly difficult for the retake here. Now, Thermite is going to land the shot. Benjay on the defuse, and Benjay on the final kill. Confirms the round for Surkz.
I think that C4 was really the only chance that Blue had at that. If he was able to find the C4, it would have 1v1. And 1v1, there's so much pressure on the person against the one. I forget. I don't know what they're called, but of the team that originally had more people, there's so much pressure on them that a lot of times they end up choking it. So I think Blue, I'll put up a very, very good fight in that. That SMG-11 is unwieldy, and mastering that can make you a wonderful player. And I'd love to see more of that SMG-11 play because they're always a blast to watch.
Yeah, so successful on the top floor, but heading down to kitchen, not so much. Now we are going to be headed onto the top floor, I guess, for real. We saw in the first round, Phantom Rose were basically holding a phantom sight, I guess you could call it, on that top floor and really holding things down and using a lot of utility well, castling off the barricade of Deep Freezer, really set themselves up in a position where it looked like Surkz didn't really have a clear path to really get things open. They were finally able to take control of Freezer, but not really able to capitalize on it or make any huge impact frags. They weren't pushing aggressive enough to where they were getting kills, but they were pushing passive enough to where they were kind of staying alive.
Yeah, we're seeing really no operator changes on each side. You know, that Sledge, even though we are on the top floor, third floor, he's still going to be in there because he's not going to have as much impact simply because the vertical play isn't there. But hopefully the frag grenades are still going to find some uses. That's still some reason why you bring Sledge. And that's, I mean, to be honest, that's why Ubisoft want to get rid of Buck's frag grenades, so that teams can choose that Sledge more. At least that's what they've said. So we'll see, though. Surkz are ahead of the curve already.
Frag grenade out.
So holding pixel angle here, Juice with that TCS G12 really could just pop up and at any moment and do a ton of damage. But really, Surkz gets to define how this gunfight goes. Are they going to waste the utility, the ADS there, and blow up the shield and push Goyo out of there, or are they going to run in there and try to contest them just purely off of gunfights? We've got looks like Benjay is going to reveal the position of Jaeger downstairs and really start to understand how they have this set up.
Yeah, those ADSs are going to start to get burned, and said drone is going to be taken out. And right now, there's just so much pressure on the red stairs.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
And that's not going to be good. We are going to see Sneaky find Benjay. That's going to be one for the VOD right there.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Yeah, unfortunate taking out your teammate so early and losing the thermite. That's really unfortunate. Though Sneaky is gonna find a refrag, I guess, making up for it in a way. But having your thermite die without using any of his utility is something you really can't ever recover from.
Such an impactful operator, and really, that's why his gun is so lackluster, just because he brings so much to it. But Juice is gonna be able to take some damage. He's going to be on low health, about 20 left. Bone is just lurking on that white stairs. 45 seconds left. Surkz are starting to make a push, but right there we do see Sneaky is going to be finding out Juice, but Blue going to be able to refrag that out. And he's just going to be rotate through washrooms. I don't know if he knows if there's one next to red. He's going to pull out the shotgun, and he's just going to lurk. That's exactly what you do with the shotgun. Right now, Meep is just being very careful. He's going to push on forward, and there we go. The shotgun wins that every single time.
Yeah, Meep was not predicting that adjustment there. Push deeper into the objective. Bone, though, is going to find Goose and take him out. It's a team kill on the opposite side to Goyo shield, and Bone finding another one to clear out Unit. Propelling in here to Cocktail, picking up 2 great kills to get that round for them. And what looked like, Phantom Rose had a chance there, just completely eliminated.
Goyo shields have no alliance. They burn, and they burn whoever goes with them. And then in that case, it really went against Phantom Rose there. I don't know if that team kill wouldn't have happened for Phantom Rose, whether they would have had a shot at retaking that. But then again, Surkz had a team kill, and I guess it's an eye for an eye.
Yeah, so after, what was such a close round there, they're going to have to go to a different bomb site now if they want, maybe any chance of winning, I guess. They could have attempted, the same bomb site, but not going to be the case. Going to Reading Dining now. New site, I guess, sort of. We've seen Dining when we went to Dining and Mining on the first round, but now switching things up onto Reading.
That's such a good. I know it's called Fireplace, but that's such a good name for the bomb site. Dining and mining. That like rolls right off the tongue. Did you invent a new? That's what honestly Ubisoft should have called it.
10
Dining
seconds
and
left
mining.
before insertion.
Thank you, Stick.
Yeah, so now it looks like we've got the same sort of setup, I guess, upstairs, castling everything off, but maybe not as strong of a hold upstairs. I'm not sure. It looks like maybe it's just slow going, getting everything set up here on the top floor. Looks like Mozzie breaking the railing there could try to set up some sort of rotate, maybe if he wants to run around.
Yeah, I mean, they're not bringing that Jaeger again. Instead of opting to go for the mute smoke combo, you still bring that mute, but you bring some fentanyl. But grenades are gonna still go through, as Meep now opting to go for the buck instead of the sledge. I don't know if Surkz thought they were gonna go third floor again, but either way, you still win. And Mac still no sights on that P10 Roni. Always never had, never will. But it's just gonna take out a simple drone, and now it's just lurking outside, waiting to find an opening, as Meep is just gonna look into Scar.
Yeah, holding here, 2 minutes on the clock, so plenty of time to work with, but with how, you know, PRG has had this set up, really the time is what matters. And an excellent job there. Merc is going to take out Mac as your top floor player off the board, and really strong control for Surkz right now. After clearing him, it's really just 1 or 2 players left, and Meep right now is doing an excellent job. He's watching the flank, but ooh, he's not going to be able to kill him as he runs past. Unfortunately, kind of just slow on the game there, not able to clear him. It looks like everybody rotating downstairs now, not attempting to hold the top floor any longer. In 1 minute and 20 seconds, it could have been nice to have some more time wasted, but not a worse situation possible.
Yeah, you still get out with your people. If you didn't waste time and you lost some lives, then it would be a complete waste. But at least you got out with juice minus some taking damage. And right now, Merc is just going to be dealing with those gadgets from that top floor, as long as Meep is still just did devastating damage with that skeleton key shotgun. But right there, we do see Sneaky finding juice, ending that life. It did tickle him a little bit, but finally he's gone, as Meep is able to take out Goose from that top floor, and it's a 1v5 all on Yuna. Diffuser is going down by Benjay.
Yeah, right now Eunice gonna spot one player, gonna land the headshot again. In the clutch situations, it's the SMG-11 doing all the work here. No chance of a flawless round, but with how everything is set up here, what a shot, taking out Benjay. Looks like one player already prepared at the top of the staircase. Merc landing the shot, and Team Surkz take their 3rd successful round.
Yeah, what we've seen tonight a lot is teams taking these first couple rounds, and then immediately the attacking side bounces back. They go on a 3 run momentum, and right now that's exactly what we're seeing with Surkz. If Surkz can keep going on with this, they could have a really stomp over Phantom Rose. And Phantom Rose, no matter what site they're going on to, Surkz just seemed prepared, minus that first round, which once again I think was a little bit of a surprise tactic.
Yeah, so back down to the basement again. TRG is just not finding any success on really any of these objectives, aside from the very first round where we saw them on mining. So maybe that's the key here to winning. I'm not sure. Really, it's hard to tell just yet. Maybe PRG just haven't been able to figure out what it takes to defend some of these other bomb sites. We saw really a strong effort at the tail end of these rounds, but what you need is not, a bunch of frags at the end. You need to be getting these kills early. You need to be getting opening kills, shutting down pushes in from the attackers, and that's not what's happening.
Yeah, what your roamer going down as the first kill is really something you gotta prevent. Max either gotta waste more time or find at least one to go down with his troubles, or somebody finds a refrag. I mean, it's gotta be one of those 3 options. And if none of that happens, then it's just a loss, and Team Surkz will completely roll off of that kill. So if Mac continues to play this roam, something needs to change.
So we've got players rappelling up the building and getting ready for a potential bakery take, it looks like. We saw a couple players outside there, and here's Bone. Prepare to rappel up onto the white window, something we've seen him do so many times before, and he's really an excellent player for this task. Watching for, any flank going on, coming up white stairs to try to maybe assist Mac, who's already positioned up here, and really Mac not really playing, I think, aggressive enough. While Surkz is a super great team and they play so aggressively, if he's not able to get any kills here, he falls down the hatch, maybe tries to rotate through white, then Bone is ready. Yuna down here as well, so maybe trying to get some assistance from his teammate, and there he is. Mac just waiting and watching. Is he going to be able to find one of these players?
Sneaky is just going down that white stairs. But he saw him in reading and looked away at the wrong time. But he is able to find it out. Almost pays dearly with his life. And is just going to trade some health for it. But there we go. Yuna finds the refrag onto Sneaky. He's not going to get away with it clean. And there we go. We do see a 4v4. That's exactly what Phantom Rose needed to kind of use that roam efficiently. But there we go. We do see Meat going more towards that reading area, try to get that vertical play. And here we start to see the onslaught or the siege from this second floor.
Yeah, getting that refrag, absolutely what they needed. Not only wasting time on the top floor, but after you've wasted as much time as possible, not just flat out dying. Taking somebody with you in this case is super strong for these teams, and I think that's exactly what they need if they want to win this. 55 seconds on the clock, and there's really not a whole lot of pressure being applied just yet. As I say, that Bone on the Ash is going to creep in. He might find the TCSG of Goose soon if he takes this at the wrong angle. He's going to spot the head, not able to land the shot just yet. Bone aware of his position now, and it looks like going to open the wall up. Yep, there we go. The exothermic charge is successful. The wall is open, and Goose is going to get taken out. Meep on the buck is able to land an excellent shot, taking a little bit of damage, but will that matter just yet is unsure. Juice is actually down on the bomb site now. It's a 4v2. Another player spotted out, and that's going to be the Kate, taking out Blue and Juice. Confirmed Yuna left alive in the clutch once again. She's not going to spot the player to her right now. She spots him. The IQ is taken down. The diffuser is going to be planted inside of the objective, and it looks like right now they're aware. The butt sitting close with the skeleton key, and he's going to land it. Takes out Yuna, and Team Surkz find themselves their fourth round.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just winning the gunfights. The positioning just is not working for Surkz, or excuse me, for Phantom Rose. And Surkz are absolutely taking advantage of that. Their guns are more trained, and that's what's winning them these fights in the end. And going up 5-1 on an attack is absolutely massive, and it's going to be very hard to come back from. So Phantom Rose just need to stop this momentum somehow.
Yeah, and they've really just not looked like they've had the clue to that. I mean, even getting that opening kill really didn't matter all too much in sort of the early setup of the round, because after that whole trading situation happened, I mean, really, they just waited. They waited and waited, and then just Surkz were ready. They got the wall open. They did all the default stuff you need to have done, and then they just won gunfights. That's really the name of the game here. Surkz is really a cracked out team. Sneaky especially getting a lot of super important frags to open things up, and really doing a lot of work as the spearhead of his team.
Of course, you got very important role being that top fragger. It makes kind of a statement for your team. And right now, Sneaky's doing a wonderful job as the Zofia. He's supporting his team. He's getting the refrags when needed. And I think Phantom Rose don't really exactly have that. I mean, you've got Blue and Yuna, who have both done a wonderful job. But then Mac, who usually the Jaeger you usually would see at the top, is just not performing as well as the others. Something that really Phantom Rose we do see lacking a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. So now everyone is positioned on the top floor here, trying to clear through and get the vertical play set up maybe a little bit early. Wasting a lot of time is not something I think Team Surkz are really too fond of. They like to get their pushes set up, everything droned out well and concisely, and then, kind of just get in positions where they can land the shots and, you know, really find all the frags that they need. We've got a drone set up here. Looks like Thermite is going to need to open up red wall, so hopefully we don't see a situation like last time he tried to open that, where he ended up getting team killed.
Yeah, I believe that. No, that was not the only one that Surkz lost, but Surkz got to be definitely careful on this ledge there. Don't want another team kill, especially for Sneaky. Really pushing into Cigar. This Echo drone is going to use their sonar blast. But that Goyo drone is shield is also going to be popped. And there we go. We do see white stairs just covered from the almighty eye of Bone, who just always has their sights just trained on that spot. And if really a defender chooses to go that way, their fate will be death.
Yeah, Bone doing an excellent job contesting the angle there and making sure that we are able to cover each other's angles and hold any crossfires. Taking out the castle early might not seem like a super impactful kill, but really anything here that allows Surkz to gain man advantage is, you know, one step closer to a win. Team Surkz are, you know, 3 rounds away from a victory here, and while it seems like a little bit away, it's so much farther for Phantom Rose.
Yeah, I mean, they're already behind 4-1. They're down a man. They've just got so much against them, and they need to find some way to come back. And Merc taking out Yuna is really not the key to that, as Yuna is one of their top fraggers same with Blue, and Bone really on track with that R4C, but Mac finally able to bring up Benjay along with Goose, and Meep, that is the diffuser down. But Sneaky able to find Goose, and it's just Mac in a 3v1. But he's got such a big mountain to climb. Diffuser, though, is dropped, and the cam is able to swap over. And Mac gonna find the head of Sneaky, and he's gonna peek all the way. But Diffuser is gonna be in Team Surkz hands. The time is gonna go down, and there we do see Merc putting down the Diffuser. Mac slowly walk forward, and there we do see the shot come out from Bone. Bone with the triple kill, stopping Mac's chance at a clutch and bringing Team Surkz to a 5v1 as we go to the split.
Yeah, so only that first round lost here after they were able to figure out what went wrong there. Team Surkz have been on an absolute roll, not losing anything just yet and doing, absolutely everything they need. Just completely dominating here.
Yeah, Bone really filling that spot of the Jaeger. That R4C doesn't even need an ACOG, simply because Bone is just using it absolutely wonderfully. 7-1, we're seeing these new teams pick apart the teams that have been in the league before, and it's something to watch out for. I'm super excited to see all these new players, new teams come together and really make a statement on this first week.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
So headed down to the basement now. It's going to be Team Surkz's first defense. We've got actually pretty close to the same sort of operator lineup we saw from Phantom Rose, but really just going to be up to the individual performances. How is PRG going to change things compared to the offense we saw from Surkz, and how is Team Surkz going to be able to employ the fragging ability of some of these operators like Jaeger, and as well as some of those more support focused operators like Cade that really have an opportunity to come alive given an opportunity.
It's very interesting. We got the Habana, we got that in Gridlock. So it seems that PRG are really going for more of a frag heavy kind of play. I do like the addition of the Gridlock though. You've got that anti-roam. You've got those smokes. You got Gridlock, a decent gun. So it'll be interesting just to see how Mac plays her. And Bone just going to be lurking on this top floor. Definitely going to be deadly to anybody who really chooses to go to that second floor main lobby.
Yeah, so really not a whole lot going on just yet. We've got, looks like some players, there might be somebody inside a VIP right now. I'm not sure what that was. And it is, it's Goose. He's inside of dining room now, trying to contest a player inside a coat check. Didn't land any shots just yet, but holding the angle there super incredibly tight. But Sneaky isn't really playing this too aggressive. He's just sitting here up on the box and trying to wait for an opportunity. they don't clear him here, that could be an easy frag for him. And Hibana getting ready to open up the wall. Goose still aware of his position, I assume, and just getting grenades tossed in.
It's going to deal with that mute jammer, allowing the Hibana to breach open that wall. But you still just got to defend from the C4, which might go over from Benjay. You got to be super aware. And I mean, there's a lot of C4s on the side of Surkz. None of them have been used, but Sneaky still being inside of Kochak. He's wasting a lot of time. He's still waiting assistance. Bone's still on third floor. He's now going to start to rotate towards red stairs. And there's still really not an attack from Phantom Rose yet. We have yet to see some really push forward from them.
Yeah, one thing I have to note right now is not really any good roam clear happening. And here we go. Sneaky, he's going to peek the angle, and that's the opportunity that Goose needs. He's going to land the shot, taking a ton of damage, but ultimately winning the gunfight and allowing more man advantage for his team. We still got one player sitting on red stairs. That's Bone right now holding the angle. If Goose isn't aware of this, he could get taken out. But the drone, it looks like it's aware. He spots the position, taking out the drone. It's going to force Bone to rotate. We've got a player holding pillar who could find Bone if he crouches or sort of positions himself into this angle. Though Meep is aware as well. It's going to be a trade coming out. Merc and Mac taking each other out. This Mac on the wrong angle. Juice pushing up. Benjay and Bone, though, are going to find two big picks, and there's no diffuser control right now for the attackers. Hibana pushing in, and she actually does have diffuser control. That's a huge problem. Where is Bone, and does he have the ability to deny the plant? He does. He goes to hide, and there's no attack response. Team Surkz take another round, and they are one single round away from closing this out.
Wow. The protection was just not there, and Bone coming off of that really clutch kill last round comes in with another clutch kill diffuse kill to stop any chance of Phantom Rose coming back and winning this, as we're on match point now, going to third floor, and Bone right now leading the charge for Surkz in this first match.
Yeah, so up to the top floor now, a successful basement defense, and this is potentially the final round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
I think Phantom Rose did have troubles last season. They were on the lower end of the standings, and they don't want to do that again. They definitely don't want to have that again. So I think if this does come out to not be a draw, which is really the only chance that they have of getting points here, kind of shake it off, go to the next one, maybe make some additions if you have to or something, because you definitely don't want a repeat of last season, you know, kind of on the lower end of the standings. But on the other end of the spectrum, Surkz, you can't feel too confident after this. You still are new, and just take it easy. You're not the best in the league, even though chat might think you are.
Moving to defuse a bomb.
So top floor here, we've got an interesting barricade trying to close off below, and I assume that is to deny potential for maybe the Zofia to open vertical play. So it's a little bit of a smart play there, unusual, and while it doesn't completely cancel out you know, that ability, it slows it down, one, and two, it provides you the intelligence to know if somebody is going down there. You hear the barricade open up, and that's gonna, you know, maybe one of your players is able to relay that to your other teammates to, hey, you know, watch out for the floor, it could be getting opened up soon.
Just biding this time. Oh, we got this great roam game from Surkz, this Jaeger, this Mozzie, also doing a wonderful job of being a thorn in the side of Phantom Rose, who are just waiting on top of this red stairs. Some gridlock. What are those called? Track stingers. That's what they. I knew that because I knew that, but it just slipped my mind. But those are already going to be deployed onto red stairs, and right now a unit wants to be the pseudo Bone being on those white stairs, and he's just going to have to back off. And right now we're seeing waiting a little bit from entering the building. There's so many angles being covered by Surkz that stepping foot inside, Surkz would automatically find out Phantom Rose, and right now we are going to see Blue breach a hole into Cigar and walk right on in.
Bone is going to find the first kill of the round, taking out Juice. That's your sledge off the board and is still roaming downstairs. Sneaky is holding this angle too and contesting it to his utmost. Right now, the Jaeger ADS has been wasted, so the shield is going to evaporate soon. He spots the head of the Habana, but not able to land the shots, taking a little bit of damage, but still, why hasn't the shield been removed? There's the Sophia. The lifeline is ready, and it looks like the shield is removed. The Doc trying to peek out here, and, you know, while he isn't dead yet, he's wasting even more time. Nobody is there to clear him just yet, and if he gets a pick here, this is an absolutely unacceptable play. Sneaky is able to take out Blue. And in a second, one Goose is off the board. What is happening for PRG? Meep is able to find another one, and it's all up to Mac. Team Surkz are headed to victory here. You're going to need to find the final kill. If Surkz gets too aggressive here, this could close things out. No flawless round as Bone is confirmed by Mac. The Doc is still in position here, and it's going to be Benjay. Team Surkz take the victory, 7-1.
These were some disgusting shots coming out from Surkz. Absolute carnage being wrecked. That Doc deployable shoot, that ACOG is absolutely insane. And Bone being the MVP here is 100% deserved. He didn't put the team on his back, but he was merely, they all worked together and Bone was simply leading the charge. Bone absolutely making a statement, going 10-2 in their first round, in their first match